That said, I'm hopeful that there will be a rebirth that will be one that will be sustainable and will maintain a college within our local community for the duration. This affects employment. It affects interns at local businesses. It affects the housing market. It affects real estate. It affects people's jobs, people's lives. You know, I'm not involved in what's going on day to day with Stony Brook, but it appears that there's a lack of communication and caring and conversation to help students understand what options are available to them. Is this really an absolutely closed door slam dunk? Because that's what it's sounding like is happening. But yet I'm seeing that there's a lot of activity amongst students. Is there a possible option for another conversation? I know the politicians are involved, and I know the community really wants a college here. And I'm hopeful that something will come through that will enable that dream to be realized. And we won't be here again 5 years from now.
Deb, I was walking, one of the things I love about our community out here is it's so small. And so I was walking, actually I was driving down the road last night and I saw Andrew Botsford, who's the editor at Southampton Press, and I told him I was coming on your show. And we're also, I'm talking to Bonnie Grice on the radio. And so I stopped the car and I was like, Andrew, tell me how you feel about this. And he's like, well, it's coming out in the press tomorrow. And I said, yeah, but you know, tell me, what do you think the community wants? And he said, the community does not want this college to close again.
Nobody wants it to close.
And then I said, so,
Deja vu.
So President Stanley says he's going to reopen it. And Botsford said, and he told me I could say this here. He said, I said, you want to come? And he's like, yeah, you go tell them. He said, we just want the campus open. But I tell you, if they close it and then they try to reopen it again, nobody out here is going to believe them.
Nobody is. It's a trust thing. It's like, we're going to give you this beautiful campus, spend $77 million, and close it down in 3 years.
How many times do we have to lose our jobs out here? I was at LIU too. It was incredibly painful and horrible, and it is. I mean, being on campus, and I'm here to speak for my students. I've lost probably 15% of my freshman classes. Right now, they're not showing up. They know they can come talk to me. I've told them, they can write about this. That can be their projects. I did that with technical writing today. I'm trying to make, we only have 3 more weeks of school, and my students are scrambling, and they've missed a lot of classes because of this. And I just want to address once more why this campus is so important to us as a community. And I'm going to go back to our class in technical writing, because we had really amazing projects that people are planning on doing, like we did before. Right. And one of my students is going to be doing a proposal for his local town on bringing in a Frisbee golf park, because they're having heroin abuse in his town and drug problems in the park. And he was just down in Virginia and learned how to play Frisbee golf. And in this community in Virginia, this is what they did. They created a Frisbee golf course.
Yeah, they have these things, and you throw the Frisbee,
right.
You got to land it in this.
Well, this town in Virginia created this as a way of controlling drug and gang crime in the park, and it's now stemmed it. So his proposal is, so we're doing these things in our classes, the smaller classroom,
it's a step to advocacy. It's
right, and to take them into the community like you have. And Jeremy, talk about what you're doing.
Mine just turned into a report to save my major, because basically.
Jeremy, tell us your name and where you're from.
My name's Jeremy Felchu. I'm from Long Beach, Long Island, but I came out here because it was close to the ocean. I would have never went to main campus, and I'm losing everything pretty much. Like they're forcing me to switch my major, yet technically by law they have to allow me to finish, so I'm not going to switch my major.
Good.
But I don't have classes to take for next semester because I'm already almost done with all my deck requirements, and it's different focuses. Mine was more marine related, and it was a Bachelor of Sciences, but the Environmental Studies program that they want me to go into is a BA, and it's a lot more bio and other humanities programs that I'd rather be doing science stuff and working, on the shore. It's not what I want to be doing at all. And, I came here and things are way better than I ever could have expected. I was a second-year student here.
You are a second-year
I am a second-year student here. And we're a huge family. It's not even like college. It's smaller than my high school out here. We're all best friends, and it's like we're so motivated. Every single one of us has their own, like we all love the environment, but we all have our own niche that we want to go and push for, and it's like they're just tearing everything away from us. I really can't believe it's happening, and it seemed at the march that even the kids on main campus, the students that came out, had no clue what was going on. We marched from Rocky Point, 12 miles, to Stony Brook's main campus last Monday to meet President Stanley at the administration building. He came out and did a speech.
Couple of hundred students.
Yeah.
And supporters.
With Suffolk police escorted us down Montauk Highway. It was a great thing, but it was shocking that even students on main campus that came out, they were like, "What's going on?" You know,
Wow.
the fact that they didn't know what was going on, it was like that got to me too, because it's like, as soon as they found out, they were marching with us.
You know, that's the thing, you know, a lot of people, oh, it's one college, it doesn't affect that many people, but this could happen in Buffalo, this could happen in...
It is.
I mean, you know, so this
It's
could
all
be
over the
your
country.
college next that they're going to rip out from under you and tell you to go somewhere else. And
One of the things that happened on the march, it was a great experience. I went there and I videoed my students and interviewed them. But we were walking along and had fallen behind, and the cop that was the police officer that was in the car at the end of the march, he leans over and he goes, "So will you tell me what's going on?"
wow.
And we're walking along, I started explaining to him that they're shutting down Southern. Didn't they shut down? Didn't they do that already once before? And I said, yeah. And he you know, so I tell him what's happening, and he goes, "I'm for you. I'm a state employee too. They're going to go for the cops next." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." You know, it was really sweet. It was really, really sweet.
Well,
Nice.
that's the idea, is get the message out that, you know, but this is education. This is the future of the planet. This is like not about, you know, you can, you know, put you in this department or put you in this curriculum. This is about the future. I mean,
Everyone
to me.
was so environmentally focused
Right.
that you would think this would get priority. This
Right.
would be where the funding's going to go. This would be pushed to be the next big thing, which it was.
It
We were
is,
making such
though.
progress. I mean, we built the whole school up, and everyone's like your project, for instance. Everyone's, you know, doing big things, and now it seems like everyone's doesn't even believe it's happening and doesn't want to believe it. But at this point, kids are just accepting it, which
I
we
wouldn't
can't
accept
accept it.
I think it's particularly tragic given the fact that students have been pumped up with your trailblazers. This is your new school. You're here to create. So I think the investment here is even a stronger investment that may have been made to a college that would be open for 40 years before the students arrived. So I think it's particularly difficult with 3 weeks to go in the semester.
That was the other thing I was wondering. What's with the timing? Like, we're right in between midterms and finals. Like, what's with that? Like, did they...
Does it have
So it's
something to do
related
with
to
the state
transfer.
budget?
Well, not only that, but did they intentionally want to
budget.
sabotage the
know.
students? I mean,
It's-
that's the bad timing. They could have waited till you were
It's
done
too late
with
to
your
transfer, I
studies, you
mean.
know?
It's you know, I mean, the Wednesday that it happened, I can't tell you how many students were just, you know, absolutely, especially our trailblazers, and they're not here today, and I'm not sure why. I think they're pretty overwhelmed. They're exhausted. They're
We'll have
really
more.
exhausted.
We'll have more shows for them to come on.
But
so.
I mean, we spent the entire day hugging people, and I know our school counselor now and the nurse have been spending the night in the dorms because they
Really?
need support at night.
At the Stephen Talk
April
House,
28th, right?
yep, they're going to be doing a benefit, $10. Come on in, and some raffles, right? I mean, and people can find out information on that on Facebook, which you guys started a Facebook site a week ago, and you have 16,000 some
Almost
odd-
17,000.
Almost 17,000 friends on Facebook. You have a petition site.
Well, the one thing about that is the petition site, we have only about 3,000, 4,000 signatures on that, and we have 17,000 fans. So
Yeah, what's
we
up
really
with
need to
that?
get people to start signing the petition and really showing their support that way.
Simple.
It's
Just
nice to
couple of
have,
clicks.
exactly, it's nice to have the support on Facebook, but to really be a strong power for change, something that's going to be really recognized by the government, we need to have these people sign the petitions to show that they are actually supporting this in name and that it is documented, and show that nobody's going to stand for this. Like we've said, it's something that's occurred across the